Good evening friends, and welcome back to the online presentation of maths. Now in the last video we went through about what is similarity. Okay, now in this video we will see some of the postulates of similarity as we saw in congruency. Okay, now we already know that two triangles are said to be similar if their corresponding angles are equal. Suppose that if I have these two triangles, let us say this is say 80 degree, this is say 50 degree, and what is left is again now then let's do it as 40 degree, and let's say it is 60 degree. Okay, now let's draw another triangle with the same corresponding angles. Okay, this is 80 degree, this is what 40 degree, and this is 60 degree. Now we know from our last video that these two triangles are similar. Why? Because the corresponding angles are equal. Let us label it as ABC and XYZ. We know that triangle ABC is similar to triangle XYZ because their corresponding angles are equal, and you have to be very alert while writing this order of the triangles. Why? Because A is corresponding to X. A is corresponding to X. Similarly, B corresponds to Y, and C corresponds to Z. But I pose this question to you: that is it necessary for us to know all the three angles in order to establish the similarity between the two triangles? What if we know only two angles in a triangle? Of course we can know the third angle. Why? Because the sum of all the three angles are equal. That is suppose if I remove any one angle from here and any one angle from here, can we still say that these two triangles are similar, given that we know only two angles? Definitely. Why? Because even if we know two angles, we can figure out the third angle by subtracting those angles from 180 degree. Because say this is 80, this is 60, so the remaining is 180 degree minus 80 minus 60, so what is left is 40 degree. And we know this angle Z will be, this is 120 degree, the remaining angle will be 60 degree. Okay, so even if we know two angles, we can always figure out the third angle, and by that we can establish similarity. Okay, so therefore by merely knowing two angles, we can again establish similarity. So this postulate is known as AA. Okay, even if we know two angles in a triangle, if two angles in a triangle are equal to the other two angles in a triangle, then these two triangles are similar. Okay, this is the first postulate. Now from the very last video, we also know that let me rub this. We also know that the ratio of the corresponding sides in a triangle are equal. If the ratio of the corresponding sides are equal, then those triangles are similar. Suppose that if I have this one triangle, this is A, B, C. We will keep the labeling alphabets same. Okay, this is X, Y, Z. Now, if we know that this AB upon XY is equals to this BC upon YZ is equals to AC upon XZ, then we know that these two triangles are similar because the ratio of the corresponding sides are equal. Say if this is 10, say this is 8, and say this is anything like 2, say. So we know that this is 5, this is say 4, this is 1. Are these two triangles are similar? Yes. Why? Because this is 10 upon 5, which is 2. BC upon YZ 8 upon 4, this is 2, and AC 2 upon 1 is also 2. So these two triangles are similar. Okay, this is also another way to establish similarity between two triangles. Okay, so this postulate is known as side side side. Now please don't get confused with the side 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 postulate of congruency, because in that case we had said that the all the corresponding sides must be equal. But here we are saying that in case of similarity, all the ratio of the corresponding sides, the ratio of all the three corresponding sides must be same. Okay, and here we have got the two. So these are the two postulates that we have seen. Now let us look at the third postulate. Look at the third postulate for establishing similarities between triangles. Now suppose if I give you any triangle, let's say, suppose if I give you this triangle, such that, again same labeling, A, B, C. Okay, and let us call this angle, this is the angle. Now what I tell you, that I ask you to draw another triangle such that the side of this triangle, this side of this triangle is some multiple of this triangle. Okay, then this angle is same to this angle. Okay, then you draw the same angle. Again, the length of this side is again some multiple of AC. Okay, now let us label it as X, Y, and this point as Z. Okay, so what is given to us, the ratio upon AB upon XY, let us say the ratio is K. Okay, I mean this AB has been scaled down by the factor K, and similarly AC has been scaled down by the same factor K. So this is also equal to AC upon XZ. This is given to us. What is also given to us, that the angle in between these two sides is congruent or equal to angle in between these two sides. This is also given to us. Okay, so in this case there is only one way to form this triangle, and which is this, such that the ratio of BC over YZ has to be same, which is K. Okay, so the third postulate says कि अगर हमारे पास कोई triangle है such that if two angles are equal and the ratio of the corresponding sides on either side of this angle, ठीक है, ये एंगल हमारा बराबर है और जो इनके आइदर साइड में जो साइड्स हैं उनका रेशियो बराबर होगा, then those two triangles are also similar. Okay, so this postulate is known as side, angle, and side. Okay, so again don't get confused with the SAS postulate in congruency. Why? Because there it had said that the pair of two corresponding sides must be equal and an angle in between them also should be equal. But here we are saying the ratio of the corresponding sides on either side of the angle must be equal. The ratio must be equal, not the sides. Okay, so these are the three postulates. Now you can also ask me, what about the postulates AAS, or you may ask me that ASA. Well, these two, if you closely look at here, we are given that these two angles, and we have already proved कि अगर दो एंगल कॉन्ग्रुएंट होते हैं, इक्वल होते हैं, तो दो ट्राइंगल they qualify for similarity. So therefore these two cases are absolutely redundant. Why? Because we have already factored in or included the two angles. Here these two angles we have included, and here we have included. So there is, these two postulates are no more different from this postulate, because here we have also included these two angles. So these two postulates will again definitely prove similarity. Why? Because two angles are equal. So we don't need to go into these things unnecessarily. Why? Because they have got same meaning as AA postulate. Okay. So basically these are the three important postulates to establish similarity. Okay, so don't get confused with the congruency. These are the different postulates having different meaning. Okay, so in the next video we will try to solve more questions over this similarity, and we will try to clear some more doubts by solving questions. Okay, thank you.